Hello and welcome everyone to the week ahead commodity report, where we of course will be reviewing the markets for the week ahead. Now it's official. Google searches for the phrase how to trade gold. They're now at the highest level seen in 17 years. This, of course, comes as no surprise when you consider the world's favorite precious metal. It is breaking out to new all-time record highs on a consecutive weekly basis, firmly positioning itself as the best performing asset of 2025. That famous saying, blink and you miss it, really has never been more applicable than it is right now. In today's highly macro driven markets, they are fueling one of the greatest wealth transfers in history. In fact, what we are witnessing in the financial markets right now, that can be summarized as a once in a lifetime opportunity that has the potential to make millionaires and billionaires out of regular people. That's exactly why a long list of the world's most powerful Wall Street banks, from Goldman Sachs to JP Morgan to Bank of America, they have dubbed the current economic climate as the golden age of trading. Right now, you certainly can't talk about the greatest wealth transfer in history without mentioning gold. And that's because the yellow metal is whipping up an explosive money-making storm, firmly cementing its status as the world's #1 Trump trade of 2025. At the beginning of the year, analysts at the Gold and Silver Club, they labeled 2025 the year of gold, which would be the ultimate Trump trade. Now we're, of course, starting to see why. Fast forward to the present day, it's fair to say that gold is not just having a great year, but it is having an unbelievable year, as the world's favorite precious metal is having one of the best starts to the year in history. As gold prices continue their unstoppable run higher, looking to scale new all-time record highs for a seventh consecutive quarter in a row, conclusive evidence that shows we're now in the early stages of a new super cycle for gold. Since President Donald Trump took office in January, gold prices they've been on an epic run, rising every single month this year to score new all-time record highs, not once, not twice, but on 25 separate occasions so far in 2025. By the time you finish watching this video, the tally could be easily a lot higher. But here's where it gets even more impressive. Having previously scored 39 new record highs throughout 2024, matching the peak of the global financial crisis in 2011, the price of gold in US dollars, it has continued to build on last year's momentum, taking its count of record highs to a whopping total of 64 new record highs in the space of 16 months. Put another way, that's the equivalent of gold hitting 4 new all-time record highs every single month consecutively for the last 16 months in a row. On Monday, gold prices they surged to a record high of $3,400 per ounce for the first time in history. This represents a record-breaking year-to-date gain of 29.3% since the beginning of 2025. Here's where it gets even better. Gold has now chalked up a phenomenal gain of more than 134% since the global pandemic in 2020. This is when the yellow metal was trading sub $1,450 per ounce. In other words, gold prices have now more than doubled in the space of 4 years, and this could just be the beginning. On Sunday, President Donald Trump added to gold's bullish momentum and further accelerated demand for the precious metal with a bold declaration on his Truth Social platform. In a post that President Donald Trump declared, "He who has the gold makes the rules." Donald Trump then followed this up on Easter Monday by calling Jerome Powell a loser and yet again iterating that the Federal Reserve should cut rates. Now, Trump's statement about gold, that touched an age-old link between wealth and power, and it sent a strong message on the ownership of the precious metal by declaring, "He who has the gold makes the rules." Gold immediately rocketed when markets opened on Monday, breaking above a new all-time record high of $3,400 per ounce for the first time in history. Analysts on Wall Street believe that Donald Trump's recent comments about gold, that may be a response to China's massive gold buying. Last month, China's central bank they increased their gold holdings by 5 tons. This expands its purchasing for the 5th consecutive month in a row. This also brings the total of China's gold reserves to a record 2,292 tons. Chinese gold holdings now reflect 6.5% of its total official reserve assets. However, here's where things get really interesting. According to Goldman Sachs, China actually purchased a whopping 50 tons of gold in March, 10 times more than officially reported. Over the last 3 years, China's purchases of gold on the London OTC market, they have significantly surpassed official reported numbers. China is accumulating gold at a rapid pace, showing its strong interest in controlling more of the world's gold supply. Additionally, analysts on Wall Street, they are now convinced that China may be accelerating its de-dollarization plans. After Trump's Liberation Day tariffs on the 2nd of April, China reports suggest that China is selling US treasuries to buy more gold. China used to be the biggest buyer of US treasuries in the world. Now they're the biggest seller. This in itself presents a huge bullish tailwind for gold in 2025 and beyond. Earlier on this month, a long list of the world's most powerful Wall Street banks, they raised their forecast with extremely bullish calls for gold to top new record highs throughout the year. The French bank Societe Generale, they see the potential for gold prices to exceed $4,000 per ounce in 2025. Meanwhile, Goldman Sachs, they've gone one step further by calling for gold to surpass 4,500 US dollars per ounce within the next 12 months under extreme market conditions. Whichever way you look at it, one thing is clear: the greatest wealth transfer in history, that is happening right now. Wealth creation opportunities of this magnitude, they are truly rare and they do not come around very often. Market moves of this scale have only happened 4 times in history. The first 3 occasions were in 1987 during the stock market crash, 2008 global financial crisis, and more recently the global pandemic in 2020. It's times like these that make millionaires and billionaires out of regular people. The ones that saw the opportunity and knew how to capitalize, they accumulated life-changing wealth. Once again, we find ourselves at the forefront of one of the biggest wealth creation opportunities of all time. This explosive cocktail of macro events and market-moving themes we are witnessing unfold under Donald Trump presidency 2.0, this now presents the fourth greatest wealth transfer of our lifetimes. Extraordinary times, they do create extraordinary opportunities. Right now, as traders, we are living in some of the most exciting and rewarding times ever in history. Whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that is to create a full-time income, a second or replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. Right now, you have an opportunity to make 2025 your biggest and best yet, which, based on our research, it is going to be another blockbuster year due to all the current macroeconomic events that are unfolding. Definitely do not underestimate what you can achieve in the next 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 12 months from now. Here at the Gold and Silver Club, we're consistently banking over 10,000 points profit per month, which we have transparently documented through our weekly videos. If you're trading at 1 lots, that's $100,000. If you're trading at 10 lots, that's $1 million. As you can see from our testimonials, the majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club are utilizing our proprietary research-driven trading approach. They have already made in excess of 6, 7, 8-figure returns, and we're only in April. If you've been kicking yourself for missing out on some of the biggest trading opportunities so far this year, but you still want to make 2025 your best ever, go to jointhegoldandsilverclub.com now to learn how our mentorship program can take your trading to the next level. Investing in yourself, it is the best investment you will ever make. Make investing in yourself a priority because nobody else is going to do that for you. So with that, let's move over to the charts. We'll talk you through exactly what we're looking at here as we go into next week. So first off, gold yet again breaking out to all new record highs, currently trading at 3,417 US dollars per ounce. Gold prices this month in April, they're already up in the first 3 weeks, 10% for the month. In fact, over the last 9 weeks, we've seen over now a 25% increase to the upside. It has been absolutely huge. Over the last week, we've taken the opportunity over a combination of palladium, platinum, crude oil positions to bank over 10,000 points profit in the portfolio. As discussed with you previously, we had oil trading back here at 55 US dollars per barrel. We made the breakout, almost a $10 move there. off the lows, breaking out by more than 18% just within the matter of a week and a half after Trump paused tariffs. It was a massive opportunity to stack at the swing lows and just capitalize on the slingshot V-shaped reversal that we've seen here just within the last week and a half. Windfall amount of profit generated extremely fast on these markets. Not only that, platinum, of course, huge opportunity here to be stacking back down at the 900 level. We also broke back towards $1,000 per ounce. It was the same on palladium over the last couple of weeks. But again, you cannot be complacent in these markets. It is not long-term buy and hold for the majority of commodities here. You just want to continue to make sure that you are regularly locking in profits. It is the golden age of trading. Buy low, sell high, rinse and repeat. Don't be complacent. When you have a windfall amount of profit, be sure to take that off the table. This then gives you the opportunity to reload again on the volatility that we are seeing at the moment, which brings me on to some of the opportunities which are being presented right now. Firstly, all of our platinum trades, all of our palladium trades, they're all protected. We've continued to scale out on the breakout towards $1,000 per ounce in combination with crude oil, banking over 10,000 points profit over the last week and a half here. I would very much be interested if we were to see a revisit back down towards these April swing lows here for platinum and also palladium to reload this position and buy back lower yet again. It is the same situation with platinum. If we were to see a retest back towards the swing lows that were tested just at the beginning of April, when we saw the culmination of tariffs really come to a head, which essentially caused a meltdown across multiple markets and a huge buy opportunity, if we were to revisit those swing lows yet again, massive opportunity to be buying back multiple commodities. I would also include oil there as well. If we were to come back down to the lows here that were last tested at the beginning of April, which were as low as $55 per barrel, huge opportunity to restack the position, add further exposure down at those levels. Gold, we remain with our core position. Our current target is at $3,575 per ounce for our long on gold. We've banked our silver position already at $33 per ounce. So we remain in our core position on gold, and I'm very much keeping on the radar crude oil, platinum, and palladium for reloads at the swing lows. And of course, whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that is to create a full-time income, a second or replacement income, or just to earn a better return in your savings, now is the time to take action. If you want to maximize your money-making potential and thrive, not just survive in these fast-moving markets, you need to adapt your strategy to the current market conditions. Most importantly, utilize a professional, research-driven, and artificial intelligence-powered approach. One of the biggest obstacles that holds back 99% of retail traders from achieving their desired success, it's not having access to the correct professional strategies, institutional level data, and cutting-edge artificial intelligence insights to make confident decisions with accuracy and precision. There's a huge gap between the top 1% of professional traders and the bottom 99% of misguided retail traders who simply rely on outdated technical analysis, gimmicky technical indicators that do not work in these markets. If you want to get yourself out of the bottom 99% into the top 1% who are actually crushing it and making 6, 7, 8-figure returns in these markets right now, then you need to utilize a professional, artificial intelligence driven approach, or you'll just end up wasting lots of time, money, and effort. You'll have no results to show for all of your hard work. In these rapidly changing markets, you need to be constantly innovating and evolving. Technical analysis, outdated technical indicators, they won't work. Those days, they're long gone. If that's all you're relying on, the odds are already stacked up massively against you. If you want to change your results, you have to change your thinking. If you want to learn our exclusive, data-driven, and artificial intelligence-powered approach that is never taught to retail traders, only reserved for professional traders in the banks, hedge funds, with access to powerful game-changing insights, including where the banks and hedge funds, where they're buying and selling in real time, further compound that with the key liquidity zones so you can enter and exit the markets with pinpoint precision, combine that with the fundamentals, the macroeconomics, the capital flows, the daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly real-time data-driven cycles and intermarket correlations. then you need to join our mentorship program. Right now, we're in one of the greatest eras of wealth creation the world has seen. If you want to successfully capitalize on these huge money making opportunities, build significant life changing wealth, there's no better time than now. If you want to upgrade your income, you have to upgrade your skills. Never underestimate what you can achieve in the next 3, 6, or even 12 months from now with the right guidance and mentorship. Time, it is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. If you want to join our community of successful traders, take your trading to the next level, there is an opportunity for you to do so. As a member, you get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You get access to real-time trade ideas, access to institutional research and market intelligence, access to our private members academy website, and also support and one-to-one mentoring. For more information, just go to jointhelivestradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description. Just click on the link, make an application. We will get in touch ASAP.